Hi, I'm Rebecca from the Bannock County Court Assistance Office. I'm going to go over this petition for divorce with no minor children very quickly, just to give you an idea on how to fill it out. You're going to start at the top of the page, completing your contact information. Make sure it's up to date and accurate. This is where the courts are going to contact you if they have any questions or notices that go out regarding your case. Next, you're going to identify the judicial district where you're filing. If you're filing here in Bannock County, it's the 6th Judicial District in the County of Bannock. If you're filing somewhere else, just put down the district in the county where you're filing. Next, you're going to put yourself down as the petitioner and the other party as the respondent. You will get your case number when you pay your filing fee and file. Paragraph 1 states that you are a resident of Idaho for at least the last 6 weeks prior to filing, and you'll identify the state where the other party lives. Paragraph 2 gives the date and location of the marriage. Paragraph 3 gives the grounds for divorce, irreconcilable differences. Paragraph 4 identifies if anybody is expecting as a result of the marriage. Paragraph 5 just verifies whether or not any minor children were born during the marriage. Then moving on to page 2, paragraph 6 identifies any separate property that you would like described in the petition. It would identify any property acquired before the marriage or during the marriage by inheritance or gift. If there is, you can list it. If there isn't, go ahead and mark none and move on. Paragraph 7, community real property, that would be land or a home that was acquired during the marriage. Paragraph 8, community personal property, that would be referring to anything other than land or a home that was acquired during the marriage that you would like specifically awarded to one party or the other. This would include anything from household goods, retirement accounts, bank accounts, vehicles, anything of value that you care enough that you would like it ordered in the decree. Paragraph 9 is referring to any debts. If you would like to list the debts and identify which party will be responsible to take care of those debts. Moving on to page 3, paragraph 10 identifies a date of separation where any debt incurred after that date would be the responsibility of whichever party incurred the debt. And then paragraph 11 gives the opportunity for a name change if either party did change their name. As a result of the marriage, this would give them the option to be restored to their former last name. Keep in mind it is not ordering anybody to change their name. It just gives them the option on their own timeline. Make sure you sign and date the petition before you email it over to the Court Assistance Office to be reviewed. The property and debt schedule that is attached, this is where you would list out separate property. First you'd list the name of the petitioner and then any property, separate property that should be awarded. And next you'd list the name of the respondent and any property that would be awarded. Then community real property, you'd list the address of the property, and then you need to identify the property by the legal description found in the deed of the property. You can either copy that legal description here in these lines, or we found a very easy way to do that is to attach the page of the deed that has the legal description and then just refer to it here, say please see the attached legal description. If you don't have that information from the deed, you can contact the recorder's office in the local courthouse where the property is, and they can provide you with a copy of that. The second page of the property and debt schedule first references any community personal property, and that would be anything acquired during the marriage that's not land or property. And this is where you would list first the petitioner's name and then list that property. And then next you'd list the respondent's name and any community personal property to be awarded. And then finally, in the community and debt section, you would list the name of the creditor and then the amount that each party would be responsible to pay of that debt, and you can either use a dollar amount or a percentage, whichever is easier for you. Moving on to the summons page, again, you're going to fill this out the same way that you filled the first page, the top of the first page of the petition. Your name will go up here at the top. You'll identify which county and district you're filing in. If it's here in Pocatello, you're in the 6th District, County of Bannock. Then you're going to list your name and then the other party's name. You're going to get your case number when you pay your filing fee and file, so you won't have that yet. Here for the court orders that are going to be issued when you file, there's a mandatory court order called a joint temporary restraining order on property. This has to do with protecting community property while the case is pending. Then down here in this paragraph, you're going to list the address and phone number of the courthouse where you are filing. Here on page 2 of the summons, you're going to leave this page blank. This is where the clerk is going to sign and issue the summons at the time that you file your paperwork. This is page 1 of the Family Law Case Information Sheet. This form is exempt from public disclosure. It is asking for private contact information and personal information of both parties. Keep in mind, this form won't be rejected for lack of information. If you don't have this information for the other party, that's okay. Just fill in as much as you do have. Once it is filed, it's going to be sealed. Nobody will see this but the judge. So first you're going to identify the type of case that you are filing. Next is going to be the petitioner's contact information, then the respondent's contact information. On page 2, you'll identify any minors born and any information that you have regarding that. Section 5 is any other cases relevant to the parties. And Section 6 is any cases involving domestic violence or abuse. So fill this out the best that you can. When your forms are completed to the best of your ability, please email them over to the Court Assistant's Office to CAO@bannockcounty.us, and we will review your forms and email you back.